Welcome to the homestead. Glad you're watching. Well, I didn't sleep very good last night. That darn Reba, she put her baby in the shade cloth, and the shade cloth is mushy and it sunk, and it was like this, and here she was. And I did get a video of that. So after about an hour and a half of that baby hanging there, I woke Lee up and he helped me get the baby out of the shade cloth, and we put the baby in the 2-story house. I don't know how long she kept her in there, but I went to sleep. It was like 3, 4 in the morning. I don't know. It was late by the time I got to sleep. And then this morning she just has the baby over near the RV gate, the front gate, and she just leaves it there. And we got to be real careful walking around just in case this little gray blob gets stepped on. We don't want that to happen. So I was out giving the vitamins to all the cats. I give them vitamins every single morning because they live out here in the wild, and the ones that didn't get their shots, you know, I want to stay as healthy as can be. And so anyway, I did a head count and it looks like Sheila's missing, but Sylvie's not here either, so maybe Sheila is with Sylvie somewhere. Orange Sickle still not here. I think something bad happened to him this time because it's been many days now since that rain and when he disappeared, so I feel bad about that. And wow, other than that, all the other cats are doing well, and we got work to do. It's supposed to rain, and so rain and sun make growth, and so I'm going to weed eat around the cottages and around various different things in order to mow again. Mow again. Wow. Anyhow, so I better go get the stuff and we better get busy. We let it get pretty tall and pretty thick, so there's a lot of leftover grass. I don't like that when that happens, but it is what it is. Gonna get a drink. We're gonna keep we're not mowing. weed eating. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't go away. Well, the neighbor's goats came by for a visit. They didn't actually come on the property, and I'm glad because I didn't want them to eat my garden. But they passed through. Here they are. Well, this morning we were missing Sylvie and Sheila, and so finally went to go look for them because it's been hours. And so Lee went that way on the road, and I went that way on the road. And it was so funny because I'm walking that way calling Sylvie's name, Sylvie, Sylvie, and I get to the end of the property down there, and I stop and I turn around. Sylvie's following me. She was following me. I don't know where she came from, but she was following me. That's too funny. So anyway, we did find Sylvie. So over on our side of the property, but towards the grassy field area where I last, saw Sylvie on the road, I started calling for Sheila's name. And apparently Sheila knows her name because she came out from under the RV from behind me while I was busy calling her from this name. So that's too funny. So they're starting to know their names. Well, Sylvia has always known her name, but little Sheila. Anyway, nobody's missing. Everybody's fine, except of course Orange Sickle. And anyhow, everybody's napping. The dog's going super crazy over that little tiny baby because she's left it at the gate right next to the RV door, and Baxter just wants to, I don't know, love all over it. So I picked up the baby and I put it up next to the gate so Baxter could lick it, and Baxter was licking all over it, going crazy. He's going through these little bars, licking, and then he grabs the baby by the neck and pulls it right up against the fence. I yelled no. He let go, and then I put the baby back down on the ground where the baby came from. But Baxter can't be doing that, and I'm wondering, what does Baxter want the baby inside with him? But that baby is about as big and maybe even around the same color as this toy we used to have for him. Basically, it was a toy that when you moved it about, it would move, and then it would just stop, and then you hit it some more and it would move some more, and Baxter would go crazy, and he would just go nuts over this toy. And gosh, I hope he doesn't think it's a toy that he can just grab and start throwing about. That would be awful. Anyway, I gotta keep weed eating. uncovered some stuff. That was good to uncover, because what happens is we don't know where the stuff is, so we stay further and further away, and it ends up encroaching more and more. And so I've left enough room. I've done everything where the lawnmower won't go, and that's pretty good. This orchard is horrendous. It is so overgrown, and we have another dead tree, or almost dead. The leaves are dead. There's a little green left on 2 of the leaf stems. So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dead trees. 2 of them are doing exceptionally well. Well, that one's doing pretty good too now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dead, 5 alive. Too bad. They were expensive too. They do have, I think, a warranty for 1 year. We just need to take the receipt and tell them that the trees died. I don't know, take a picture of them or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how we killed them. Break time. Time to get a new battery too. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Okay, I did a bunch of weed eating off camera, but my battery just died, so moving on to mowing the lawn. So, I'm going to put this on the charger, and then we'll go do that other thing. You know, mowing the lawn. Okay, Lee and I pushed the lawnmower away from the garage and away from the RV because we don't want to start it. All the babies are just playing out here now, so we pushed it away so we didn't scare anybody. And I'm going to start mowing on the other side. started to rain just now. I got something over the camera that should help, but I got to get as much of this done as possible. So let's get busy before we get flooded out. Okay, that's it. It's good enough. It's raining pretty hard and there's thunder and lightning. So let's put this away and let's get out of the rain. Oh, and while I'm doing that, be sure to like, share, press that notification bell, and subscribe. And we will see you next time on the homestead. Bye-bye now.